Ever since I posted my video a couple of days ago talking about why I think it might be a good reason to carry a 44 Magnum for everyday carry for self-defense, people have been asking for a closer look at the gun I showed in that video, which is my Smith & Wesson 329 PD. So I thought I'd take a moment today to go over some features of the gun and show you everything I love about it and one thing I don't really like. Now, first off, this is an air-weight gun. This gun has a scandium frame and a titanium cylinder with a stainless steel sleeve in the barrel. It also came with wood grips and a fiber optic front sight. This came on the gun. I did not change this. A lot of people asked me that. Now, the rear sight is adjustable for windage and elevation, and like I said, the front fiber optic sight right there is fixed. Now, this gun does have an amazing trigger. The trigger is incredibly smooth. I mean, I just can't tell you how smooth this trigger is. It's like a performance center trigger, even though this isn't a performance center gun. It just is a really good trigger. The double action is braking at just under 9 pounds. The single action braking somewhere between 2.5 and 2 3/4 pounds. So it's a really light single action trigger. It'd be hard to miss that first shot with this trigger. Now, the titanium cylinder does hold 6 rounds, but it is not cut for moon clips. That's one thing I kind of don't like about the gun, is that this isn't cut for moon clips. I would prefer that it was, but I don't know if they could actually cut titanium cylinders for moon clips, or maybe there's some restriction that makes it to where they don't handle that very well, but I don't know if any restriction that would make it to where you couldn't do that to a titanium cylinder, but or titanium cylinder, I'm trouble saying that, but maybe that's the case, but it's not cut for moon clips, and I'm not crazy about that. But it does hold 6 rounds of 44 Magnum. That I like. Now, the barrel on it is a full 4-inch barrel, and that's about the biggest barrel I can carry. Anything over 4 inches gets really uncomfortable, so you'll never see me with anything more than like a 4-inch barrel. And yes, I know that's what she said, but for concealed carry, that's about the extent I can go to and still be comfortable. So this barrel is about as big as I'll carry, so it gets the maximum I can get out of the 44 Magnum while still being able to carry the gun. So I do like the 4-inch barrel. Now, I am new to scandium and titanium. I resisted it for years, never been a fan of it. I'm old, I don't accept change very well. It just something I didn't ever want to try, but now that I've tried them, I really like them. In fact, I'm liking pretty much everything about this gun other than the fact that it's not cut for moon clips and these grips. Now, these grips are beautiful, but they're very slick. They're not very grippy, and they are cut like a square grip here. This gun actually has a round frame, but it's got those grips that actually make it look like a square frame. These print a little worse, and I don't like the way they fit my hand as well as round butt grips. As you can see here, they go down from the grip frame and kind of imitate a square butt gun. And you can see from the side view here, they are very smooth. There's no texturing, so these are a little bit slick. Now, the other day, I put some new VZ grips in this something green. I forget what it's called, something green, Predator green or something grips. They're green and gray and black, and they looked really good on my carry gun. I put them on my 327 Performance Center here, and I really liked them. I like how grippy they are, and I like the shape of them. So I ordered a pair for the 329 also, but I ran into a little bit of a problem. When I put them on the 329, they fit great. I mean, they're both in-frame guns, but if you look on this side, they look pretty good, but if you look at the other side, they cover up a lot of the logo, and I don't like that. I'm sure most of you out there watch my channel enough to know my OCD is not going to tolerate this shit, so I'm going to have to do something to these grips. I'm going to have to cut them down. And as you can see here, I've already marked where I'm going to cut them down. So I'm going to start dremeling that off. I'm just going to take a Dremel here with a bit on it and round that all off. And then I will try to sand this. And I've never finished G10 before, so this is going to be a bit of an experiment. I don't know if it's going to behave like wood or if I'm going to destroy these, but we will see. Hopefully VZ will be nice to me if I do destroy them and send me a replacement pair. I bought these from Amazon.com, but they're solid, so I'm thinking that they will sand pretty well. So let's get the Dremel here and let's take that off and see if we can make it fit a little better. Okay, I've got it all sanded and shaped here. I think I've got it the way I like it. It actually got pretty smooth here and looks pretty good. So let's get it on the gun and see how it fits and how it looks, and then we'll see how it works. Well, as you can see, they are back on there and they look much better. You can now see the entire logo. These were very easy to work. It's just like wood. You would do to these just the same thing you would do to wood to reshape it. They work the same, except I would say these are even easier to work with because you don't got to finish them later. Once you sand them smooth, it's like glass. This is nice. If you look at the other side, I even went ahead and cleaned it up. There was a really sharp line right here where they had milled out the thumb rest right there, and it wasn't done really smoothly. You know, they're mass produced. If you look on my other gun here, if you look on my Smith & Wesson 327, you can still see what I'm talking about if it shows up on camera. But I might redo the one on my 327 also. But this one now is nice and smoothed out. It matches the other side. So now, the only thing I don't like about this gun is that it isn't cut for moon clips, but I can deal with that. I'll just use speed loaders instead. And as far as how the grips work at the range, they make the gun so much easier to control. The gun now is not hard to shoot at all. It's very manageable. And with that 4-inch barrel, you get quite a bit of oomph, but it's still a very accurate gun. But I'll tell you more about that, the accuracy, how well it handles, etc., a little bit later on when I do a range review of this gun.